George, have you had a series? I mean, have you ever had a playoff series just from an offensive standpoint where it's been so strong at home and not as strong on the road? And if so, how do you get that going to carry that into Game 7?
No, I've been in a lot of playoff games so far, and it hasn't been, so night and day in my whole career. I don't know what it is, but I have to, program myself mentally to do better, take it upon myself, be more aggressive on both ends of the floor in a go-home situation.
Have you talked with T. Lou or anyone about that, or what they've seen with you, some advice or something that your teammates are seeing?
No, I think he trusts me. He kind of lets me go. I mean, other than just saying be aggressive and things like that. But I can't blame anybody. I never was that point to say it's this guy's fault or we're doing this because I can't do this. I take all the blame for it, and the way I've played on the road is unacceptable. And as a player, I got to be better.
George, Kenny Rowe to WHBC. You were aggressive tonight. Did you tell yourself you needed to be even more aggressive when Kevin went down with that injury?
No, I think I had the mindset of being aggressive from the start of the game. I don't think Kevin's injury had anything to do with, how I was going to play. I took it upon myself to just put myself in situations where I can be aggressive. And it's kind of like that moment where you don't want to go home. It's not time to go home. And I think the adrenaline kicked in where, I had that pressure of saying I'm not going home today.
Not just with you, though. Tom asked you the question about night and day, home and away. This series is about home court advantage. So how do you guys as a team, not just as an individual, take what you guys did tonight as a team and win where you haven't won yet in this series?
I mean, it's going to be tough. No team's won there in this playoff so far. So we got to try to be the first. We know it's going to be a tough atmosphere and a crazy time, but, we got to focus on just one game. I think if we take that same energy from tip-off that we brought tonight, I think we'll be fine. But we can't go in there and settle. We can't go in there and get back on our heels. We got to go put the pressure on them.
George, we've seen you play 2 elimination games now with the Cavs, Game 7 against the Pacers, and then tonight. And in both games, you seem to go to the hole. Like seemed like that was your game plan. Why, when you absolutely have to have it game, why then to go to the rim?
I don't know. I think it's just overall, like I said, mindset. The thing that to say if the jump shot's not falling, be aggressive. I felt like, last couple games, in Boston, I may settle a little bit for a couple jump shots and things like that, or kind of, went away, and didn't insert myself in the offense and things like that. So just take it upon myself of, trying to be there for my teammates, knowing that my play from last game was unacceptable. So the first thing I did was, just try to get to the basket, get some easy looks. And I think, driving to the basket opens up, the feeling of your game with jump shots going in, things like that. But just the mindset of just attacking early.
And then the guys that Ty's relying on, you guys are, other than Jordan and Larry, I guess, you're all veterans. You've been there a bunch of times. So with that in mind, did LeBron have any special message before tonight? Can you share with what he may have said in any huddles or anything like that?
I mean, he says what he needs to say. It was nothing out the ordinary. He said just leave it all on the floor, be determined, play hard, and win this game. Just focus on this game to give ourselves a chance, and that's all he said. And I think, every guy, rallied around that and gave ourselves a chance.
George, what are these? I know this is a hard question, but you've waited this long to get to the finals. What do you think these next 36 hours are going to be for you? Having made so many of the playoffs so many times, I think you've been to a Game 7 in a conference final one other time. What's going through your mind emotionally for this opportunity?
I don't know. I've been in the whirlwind all season, starting out in SAC and things like that. Didn't think I would get this opportunity. So to get this opportunity, I think is a once in a lifetime. You got to take advantage of it. I have to focus and try to do the same things that I prepared today to take into Sunday. And, it sounds funny, but I have to go find my Chipotle barbacoa. That's my pregame meal. So I've 2 games, well, the 3 games here, that's what I ate before the game. So I'm for sure going to find a Chipotle in Boston, I tell you that.
George, Aaron Goldhammer, ESPN Cleveland. What's salsa first on the burrito?
No, I just get regular tacos with barbacoa and guacamole. That's it.
Thank you. The third quarter tonight, it's been a problem for the Cavs at times in these playoffs and this year. You had 12 points in the third. What was your approach coming out of halftime?
Just mindset. Like I said, being aggressive, trying to get to the rack or rim, things like that. I know that's been our Achilles heel so far this playoffs, this third quarter. So guys came out the locker room early, did 2 lines, got some layups, got shots going, got loose. We said the first 3 minutes of the third quarter we need to make a statement and impact the game. And I think, the first possession we got the steal for the layup and things like that. But all guys just, making plays down the stretch to really, put ourselves in a situation where we could get a win.
Hi, Shelly Smith from ESPN. How would you characterize what LeBron did on the court tonight?
I don't know, that guy amazes me every night, from the amount of minutes, the amount of years he got, the amount of fouls he get on his body and guys he got hanging off his body and things like that. What he does night in and night out is something remarkable. That's why he's one of the best in the world, if not the best. But it's very special. I'm very fortunate and blessed to have him on our side this time. I've been in the league for some years and ran across him on the other side and really hated his guts. But to have him on our side, it kind of, lets me take a deep, fresher breath of air. So, it's just something that you really can't explain. What he's doing night in, night out is just something special.
George, Scott Sargent, WFNY, to kind of piggyback off that, you've had a front row seat now being a part of this. Is this the best you've seen him play since you've been playing against him?
Yeah, I thought the best was when he always put us out. But, to actually see it, when he's on your team and things like that, I mean, I can't even put it into words. Sometimes I just think, like, how did he make that shot, or how did he make that move, or when did he see that pass? Just night in, night out, just making big plays and big shots. And people always list him as not a shooter, but he's making big shots down the stretch. If it's 3-pointers, layups, dunks, passes, he can do it all. So that's why I kind of, take it upon myself and say he's the best that I've seen ever.
Ray Jeske, ESPN 90. The last 2 questions are similar. I remember a 40-18-9 game against you guys, Game 4, 2012 in Indianapolis. What has to happen Sunday? There's been a talk about you can't rely on hero ball. LeBron, maybe he's got another 46 in him, but not. What do you guys have to do to have a chance to win Sunday?
We as, road guys have to step up and play. It's Game 7. It's an elimination round, a game. We can't focus on what he's doing. He's going to play his game. He's going to do what he do. We have to take it upon ourselves to come out ready to play from jump ball and give it all we got out there. But we can't focus on, sit in the back seat waiting on him to insert us into the offense. We have to go get it. Thank you.